All right, you guys. So if you're like me, last night you seen that Harley Davidson released some of the 2026 models. It seems like it was a teaser. There was a lot of information on the cruiser lineup. There was also a ton of information on the adventure touring and the Grand American touring model. So I just wanted to touch on some of the highlights that I pulled from that video. All right, so let's get right into it, you guys. As you can see here from this picture, there are going to be a bunch of new colors and a bunch of new features added to these motorcycles. I watched the video last night. It was pretty interesting to me that one of the big features they talked about was the performance of the motorcycles. So I was very interested to see exactly what they were talking about. I wanted to figure it out and kind of get a better view of what they were describing. So it was really cool because they were breaking down the different colors. They had interviews with all the people that manufactured their motorcycles and all the different plants. I was very happy to see that they touched on a lot of the heritage of Harley Davidson, especially when they interviewed these people that work at their manufacturing facility. So that was really cool. They gave us a sense that they are built by riders for riders, which is what I've wanted the whole time. So the first thing I wanted to say here, starting at 14.9, so it looks like they did kind of drop the prices on the cruisers, which is what I wanted to see. 15 grand starting for this motorcycle. And then it's also available in a couple colors here: the brilliant red, the olive steel metallic, and this aurora blue denim, which I really like. I think that this aurora blue denim is going to be a really hot seller. So we'll see exactly what is going to happen with this model here. They do have two different versions. You have a solo and you have a two up. Looks like the two up trim is what comes in your colors, and they are also offering either laced wheels or the cast wheels, which if you're going to buy one of these bikes, get the cast wheels, you guys. uh the laced ones look kind of cool, but you have to run an inner tube with them unless these are like that new style, which is why I zoomed in. They kind of look like the newer style like they did on the CVOs, but they're not. So a couple things I wanted to check on here. So saying 98 horsepower off rip, Harley never talks about horsepower, so that's really cool to see. You're also getting 120 foot-pounds of torque. Doesn't look like they changed very much on this model here at all. I do know what was very appealing to me was that they talked about stage twos for the 117. So the high output, they're talking about stage two cams and stage two, this air intake. They talked about that in the video. So I highly recommend you guys watch the video. Also, something I pulled out from the video, I'll see if I can get a picture on here for you, but they showed the throttle body itself, and it looked like the throttle body housing. They did away with the ABS plastic throttle body, and it looks like they're going with a full aluminum throttle body. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what it looked like from the video. So I'm going to be very interested to see how that turns out. So the Lowrider S we have here, it is starting at 19 grand. That's right about where it was before, but it's coming in a couple other colors. So I want to click on this here and see what the names of these colors are. So white onyx pearl, that Aurora blue denim, which looks absolutely amazing on this motorcycle. I would definitely choose that if I had to. And then the blood orange. This is the color I am absolutely excited about this year. I really like this blood orange. I wasn't a huge fan of red, and I'm a huge fan of this. They also did all LED turn signals, so you're going to get the LED turn signals from the factory. It's about time they did that, but man, I'm absolutely impressed with this. They're doing the high output 117. It has a stage 2 cam. It also has this full stage 2 air cleaner, and they're tuned differently. They were talking about rider modes on here. So that's what I'm trying to see if they have any information on here. 114 horsepower. So even though this has that same 117 engine as the Street Bob, it is geared differently. So yes, here we go. Ride modes. So you are getting the different safety enhancements. You're also getting the ride modes so that you can fine tune the performance of your motorcycle. That's what I wanted to see for a long time from Harley Davidson, and they are finally doing it. So super impressed with that. So it doesn't look like it's available on the Street Bob, but it is available on the Lowrider S. Let's see what else is going on here. This Heritage Classic is absolutely beautiful. The two-tone color that they have on here is absolutely gorgeous. If you look at this bike, man, that's such a sharp color. And I believe that is the teal. So that is Teal Thunder Vivid Black. And then you have the Purple Abyss. So that's a carryover color from last year, but it is a really nice one. The Brilliant Red, Vivid Black, and the Billiard Gray. And you have this motorcycle available in a solo package in only the gray, or the 2-up package. So $2,000 extra for that package there. If you want laced wheels, you can get the spokes for $850 more, or you could stay with the cast, which is what I would do. You're also getting the ride modes. This is tuned the same as the Street Bob. So just so you guys know, this motorcycle here has the 117, but it's not the high output, and it's 98 horsepower. So there is going to be the difference. The color is absolutely gorgeous. So if you guys like that color option with the teal, it might be worth it for you. For me, I want the performance. I want to see what they did here with the breakout. Looks like the Fat Boy's coming in a couple different color options. Bear with me as I work this computer here for you. So you're getting a couple different color options. You're getting that olive steel metallic in this one. But what I'm seeing is this is that same. Oh, I really like that white in there. This is going to be that same engine. Actually, no, they tuned this one a little bit differently as well. It's not the high output, but you're getting 103 horse. So you're getting somewhat of a different tune on this bike, which it deserves over that Street Bob. Kind of a little bummed about the Heritage only having a limited amount of horsepower. Let's get into this breakout, because this one should have, all right, 103 horsepower. So it looks like this one's not getting the high output as well. I think we're going to be able to tell that going forward from that forward-facing cone stage 2 air cleaner. If you see that on the bike, then it's going to have the high output where you're getting the most amount of power. It does come in the blood orange, which I'm really excited about. but I really wish it had the high output. For this being one of their custom bikes, I figured it would have it. Guarantee the Lowrider S has it. You can see with this air intake right here. So it's got the air intake that says 117 high output. Scroll down here, yep, 114 horsepower. So in the Softail lineup, you're getting the premium power in the Lowrider S and the ST models. You're also getting that gorgeous blood orange. Look at that. That is absolutely amazing on that full fairing on the ST. You're also getting the Aurora blue denim, which is a really cool color on there, but man, I'm partial to that blood orange. So that's exactly what I thought was going to happen. They dropped those new performance upgrades in the Lowrider S and the Lowrider ST. The prices are still relatively the same as they were last year. Now, here's where I get super excited. The Street Glide for 2026 is coming in that 117. It's coming in a ton of colors, but look at that price. It's starting at $24,900, which is exactly where I wanted to see it, because this is the bike that I've really had my eye on since they redesigned that. I really like this dash with the din that pops out that you can store a lot of good things in. And let's hop down here. So it looks like there's a couple options available. You have a chrome 2-up and a black 2-up. The black 2-up is $3,400 more. The chrome 2-up is $2,000 more. Or you could get the chrome solo. So I've really been digging the chrome 2-up, and I really like the chrome look, especially with this blood orange. But this is the one I wanted to show you guys. This Teal Thunder Vivid Black is impressive on this motorcycle. It really shows off the lines really well. You also have the olive steel, which I think looks great. On this motorcycle, you can really see it's like a dark, almost forest green. I really like that color. You're also going to get the Aurora blue denim, the purple abyss carryover from last year. So really like to see that here. The only thing I'm not seeing is this doesn't look like it's a 117 high output, and it's not. So it is tuned differently. You're getting 130 foot-pounds of torque and 105 horsepower, which you're going to feel off the rip. When you get on this bike and you crank that throttle, you're really going to feel that. You're going to notice that quite a bit. But from everything else that I've seen, this is going to stay pretty similar to what you guys seen on the 2025 model. You're just going to get that new color option on there. You're not getting anything crazy. They still got the same rims on them. Looks like all the other features are going to be the same. So from what I'm seeing, it really looks like they stepped up the Softail lineup, which is exactly what I wanted to see, because I think that's my favorite lineup. But man, this Road Glide looks gorgeous, but these are starting at like 28 grand. Let me see. Yeah, 27.9 for this motorcycle here. You're getting the Teal Thunder Vivid Black. You're also getting the olive steel metallic, that Aurora blue. You're getting the purple abyss, and you're getting the blood orange, which looks really good on this motorcycle with the all blacked out engine package. This one doesn't have a solo package. It comes in 2-up no matter what, but you're getting a chrome option and you're getting the black trim option. So I guess the 2-up on the Street Glide is going to put you in about that same price category. And they did kind of lower their prices for the paint. So you're looking at $1,800 more for the Teal Thunder with the chrome. If you go with the black, you're looking at about $3,200 more than that asking price, which I really like it in the chrome with this color. But I think the Aurora blue and I think that blood orange are really going to shine with the black package. I think that the purple abyss And I think that teal are really going to look good with the chrome because it's going to bring out the kind of gloss metallic that's in those paints. I think that the olive is going to look really good with the black as well because it does have the vivid black two-tone. So no matter which way you go, I don't think you're going to find anything wrong with these motorcycles. This is also just the regular 117 motor with the 105 horsepower and the 130 foot-pounds of torque. And if you guys were paying attention, the next release is going to be in January. So they're going to release some more motorcycles here in January. They said it's going to be a surprise. So make sure you guys are paying attention January 14th, and we'll see the new bikes they release. The Pan America Special is coming in some really nice colors as well. That blood orange looks great on every one of these motorcycles. And then the Pan America ST is going to come in the Aurora blue. It's also going to come in the black. And they're starting at the same price, around 20 grand. So depending on which model you like the most here, you just got to figure that out for yourself. But mainly, I am super impressed with this Softail lineup. The fact that you're going to get a 117 in the Street Bob for a $15,000 starting price, that's absolutely insane to me. The Grand American Touring, the fact that you're going to be able to walk into one of them Street Glides for around $24,000, $24,900, that is very impressive to me. Looks like I'm going to drop a little bit more because I'm going to go with the Chrome 2 Up. And I don't know if I would go with this teal or if I would go with this blood orange. You guys let me know how you feel about the new releases from Harley Davidson. Go ahead and watch that new video because it's absolutely amazing. I think you're going to enjoy it. And let me know if you picked out some of the little features that I picked out, such as that aluminum throttle body and intake manifold. So, all right, you guys, I'm pretty excited for this year. I'm going to get you some test ride videos up once these motorcycles start hitting the dealer floors. They're saying that there are a couple that should already be out on the floor. And I'm going to get to my local dealer and I'm going to let you guys know once I get my hands on these bikes. I'm extremely impressed with the Lowrider S and the ST to see what that power feels like. I want to see if it's noticeable compared to what I did to my Lowrider S. So stay tuned. I'm going to get you a ton of content up this year. I'm extremely excited to see what these secret bikes are that they're going to release and what this entry-level motorcycle that they're teasing is.